Well, first of all, thank you for inviting us. Of course, Frank Smit. I'm here to tell you something about our company called OBI4WAN. We build software, social media monitoring tool, and here I will tell you all about what we do and why we are interested in graph analytics. First, a little bit about me. So, Frank Smit. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer at OBI4WAN. And also the co-founder and CEO of OBIlytics. OBIlytics is a sister company of OBI4WAN, where we do data science. So OBI4WAN. OBI4WAN, as I said, a software company. We were founded in 2011. We're located in Zaandam, the Netherlands. A small company of 25 people. And with that 25 people, we have built software that is used by 700 customers in over 8 countries, mainly focused in the Netherlands, but also customers in Germany, Belgium, France, Austria, and we are expanding to Germany as we speak. Well, as you see here, we have 2 floors in the Icon in Zaandam. And what do we do? Well, on a daily basis, we collect millions of social media messages, or well, online messages. And as we always say, if it's written in Dutch, because we were mainly focused on Dutch language, but now we're, as I said, also expanding internationally. But if it's written in Dutch and it has a timestamp, we want to have it, collect it, store it, and offer our customers the option to search through those messages. And these messages come from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, YouTube, well, name it. We have it or want to collect it. And we are storing those messages since 2011. So we have a huge collection of messages, social media related messages, but also profile information ever since 2011. So what do we offer our clients then? We offer them a software solution where they can do online and offline media monitoring. So that means that they could search through messages, look at conversations, see what the sentiment is about a given subject, topic or brand, but also see how people are talking about competitors and the market and stuff like that. Really brand monitoring and reputation management. So on the other hand, we offer our customers to be able to really have a conversation, communicate with their customers, like in customer service teams. When someone asks a question to for example, bol.com in the Netherlands, bol.com is using our software solution to respond to their customers via WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, well, all the known social media platforms. And that's what we call webcare, or what is called webcare. So webcare is the way to have an online conversation with your customers, and we allow our customers to do that by using one tool. And as I already said, they could respond on Twitter, Facebook. It really doesn't matter if you have an API integration. We allow our customers to communicate with their customers. And within our tool, we offer workflow, case management, basically all the things that were already known in the call center world, now, of course, is transferred to the online world. The other thing is social media publishing. So basically one hub to allow to schedule and publish messages, start campaigns, schedule messages in the future, and we give an overview in our convenient content calendar. This is basically used by marketing teams that want to publish their campaigns. And finally, because well, you probably already know that if you call a call center, you are asked to answer some customer satisfaction survey questions. But that was something that wasn't there in the online world, so we integrated it in our tool so that when our customers talk to their customers, at the end, automatically a message will be sent to the end user asking if they would like to rate the conversation. This results in NPS scores and stuff like that. So this is a handful of our customers. Well, I see, as I already mentioned, Bol.com, but also RTL in the Netherlands, Yellow Brick. They use our tool also here in Germany, but also in the French and in the Netherlands. And it ranges from very large companies that have 100 employees working with OBI4WAN to a small municipality, for example, having only 2 people using it. But of course, for them, it's important as well, because if someone complains about street lights that don't work or something online, they need to respond to it, and they need to make sure that it works again. So why are we here? You probably wonder. Well, that's because we are together with the CWI and the LDBC Council. We are in a project called Commit. It's a Dutch project, and we started that project in February 2016. And one of the goals of this project was to benchmark different graph database management systems. There are a lot of them, as some say that they scale well. And as you could imagine, we have these millions of messages, millions of relations, and we would like to do graph analysis on it. And our main objective is to do it in real time. So we really would like to know which of these different graph database management systems offer these kind of options. So we benchmark these systems, and of course we would like to integrate graph analytics in our tool. It's now just counting messages, and we really would like to show the relations and analyze those relations. So as I said, yeah, we are interested in real-time graph analytics, but we would like to combine it with search. So we now have a solution that is built on top of Elasticsearch. We stored our messages in Elasticsearch. We query the messages in Elasticsearch. And we would like to extend that with graph analytics. But of course we have one challenge, and that's social media messages are sent every second or every millisecond. So we have fast-moving data. We would like to analyze that in real time. And the kind of questions we would like to answer is, for example, given a campaign, who are our influencers now, so that we could manipulate the way our campaign will go. And but we are also interested in which of our followers ask also questions to our competitors, because then we could maybe predict churn or something. And so we really would like to use the social graph in order to answer some questions. So, and what did we do in the benchmark? We benchmarked basically a multi-node system versus a single node system. So huge amount of memory versus a lot of machines. And we started with Titan, because Titan promises us to have a scalable graph analytics solution. And the MonetDB, which originates from the CWI. And MonetDB was tested on a machine with a terabyte of memory. And eventually we added Virtuoso and Spark, because Spark is very promising. It promises real-time analytics and also some graph-like options. So that's why we added Spark to the equation as well. So here you see the benchmark results. And this is what we found. We found that Titan had really had some trouble loading our graph. We used the LDBC benchmark as well. So we used the generator to generate a set which mimics our data set, but we would like to have it sort of the same as the LDBC benchmark itself is. So we saw that Titan had some trouble loading the data, especially when the data was bigger. In the end, MonetDB had trouble performing the actual graph queries, but as Dean already told you guys yesterday, they're working on it to make sure that, and that's also in this commit project, to make sure that MonetDB can do these type of queries as well. And Virtuoso proved to be the most stable one in all situations, on loading and querying as well. But of course, we have a lot of data, and the data will grow. So we believe that we need a horizontally scalable solution. And vertically scaling the memory itself, yeah, it's not feasible for us. So that's why we had high hopes for Spark, and what we saw that Spark scales well. So it's not the fastest, it isn't, so we still need to have work to do. But regarding scalability, it does do its job. So that's why we think Spark is very promising in that perspective. So what are the next steps? As I already said, we're trying to integrate graph analytics into OBI4WAN. So what we are trying to do, and combine it with search, that's an important one. So what we're trying to do is we're building a system and that we call it the multi-purpose graph analytics. Graph analytics, of course, is always multi-purpose, but what we would like to do is not only add social media data to it, but also other data that companies themselves already have, like CRM data, for example, so that you could analyze your customers regarding social media behavior. So we're building that using Spark. For that, we're creating a graph query language, a JSON-like graph query language, so that we could use the query language, transform that into Spark SQL or Scala code, and then perform it on the Spark cluster. And for now, we chose to use the Elasticsearch connector in Spark to connect Elasticsearch to Spark to do first a search and then analyze the request of the result that comes out of the search. But in the end, we are looking for a Spark-only solution where we can do the search, where we can do the analytics, but that's something on the horizon. Probably something that we don't want to solve in the 6 months I think we still have in the project. But it's something that we will be interested in for future work. And finally, we made a sort of sketch of what that interface will look like, and what we want to offer our clients. And this is a rough sketch, but the idea is that we would like to show them what the communication lines of the flow of people are. In this specific case, we are interested in the security domain, where events happen, like fire or a storm or whatever. How are people communicating about a given fire? Who are the people that we need to help or make sure that they have enough information? Who are the communities? Who are influencers? We really would like to show that in real time when it happens. So this is just an idea we have, showing the real flow, showing the topics that are discussed, the messages, of course, so that the users can look at them themselves, and showing the timeline. This is something, this is an idea we have that I wanted to share with you. This was my part of the talk. I don't know if there are any questions, things you'd like to know. Yeah.
Do you have any kind of preliminary view about the query language that you were mentioning, or is that something that's still got to be worked on?
It's still something that we're working on. We have a first version, but I don't have something that I could show you.
Sure.
But if you're interested, we would like to share it, and maybe you could think.
Yeah, because I mean, we're working on Cypher support in Spark, so we're very interested in talking about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that then.
Yeah. Got a query language for you.
Yeah. That's even better. Other questions?
Okay, so can you comment on? So you use the LBC social network benchmark interactive workload.
Yep.
So do you think it's representative of what you in the end think you will be doing in terms of graph analytics queries? Do you have any ideas about that?
Yeah, I think so. But of course, what we did was we stopped at skill factor 10, so it still was a small set that we benchmarked. We believe that our set, what we have, is much larger than, of course, we show here. So that's still an open question. So how will it perform given our the volume we have? But the interactive workload, yeah, that's something we would like to do. Interactively query the data and show that and make sure that our customers can do that as well. Because now they can do it as well. Only they can do search, not graph analytics. So that's really what we would like to offer.
Okay. Is there any other questions? If not, let's thank Frank.